Okay. Okay, jeez. Okay. Oop. Okay. Still no Marie. Okay.
That's fine. I'm still trying to figure out where the hell my pictures are. Photoshop shit, and I don't even know where it is.
All right. So let's see. I will. Did that come up? Did a thing called Hunter's Agendas show up?
I saw that, but it was blank. But it might be have something now. I'm not sure.
I see it.
Okay. All right. So I just thought I'd put that in there for real, especially. Okay. So I guess. How should we get started in here? Okay, so our season 1 Shannon took place in Buffalo, the year 1999. And I guess I was wondering if you all wanted to do another sort of one city sort of campaign, or if you wanted to have like more of like a traveling situation, like Supernatural or X-Files or whatever.
I'd be open to either one.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
So like we can have it like last time where y'all kind of stayed in place, or we can have it like a traveling sort of situation where kind of like X-Files or Supernatural where they go to different towns and cities and things.
I'm fine with either way, actually.
I'm a huge fan
okay.
of not making decisions, so that is my choice. Is anything as long as I don't have to decide.
You have to decide, Shannon.
No,
right
don't make me do
now.
this, please.
Okay, so I'm for traveling. I think traveling will be fun.
Okay. And then I before I brought up the year 2012, but I was but I wanted to kind of check in again I don't mind doing anything like more modern than that. Like if we want to do like current day minus the plague, because who wants to role play that?
Yeah. Current is fine.
Anyone else?
I have a monster hunting app. Their character.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how much of a difference it'll make if it's 2020 versus 2021 or whatever year we're in.
Right. So
Wait,
originally,
2012 is what I meant to say. I
Yeah.
don't know what I said.
not so much of a huge difference. Okay, I'll decide later then. So I know Marie was leaning towards chosen, so it's. I hope she comes. But we it's hard to do history if there's gonna be 5 and one of the people's not here. What should we do? Oh, why don't we go over safety tools?
Okay.
So last time we had lines and veils and we used the X card, and at the end I added in script changes, but I just kind of want to review because it's been a little bit, and just see if there's any other lines and veils with with some new players. So they all have links too if you want to read further on them. So lines are things that won't happen in the game or be alluded to. It just doesn't happen. Uh, so we had sexual assaults, slurs of any kind. And then for veils, we had, so veils can be things that might happen off screen, but it's not something that the players would do or would see. And we had torture for that. And I don't know if there was anything else that anyone wanted to add on.
I don't think so.
Yeah, not for me.
And, things can be.
Sorry. I was on a TikTok. Oh my god, it's still on.
Um, and this can be an ongoing conversation. It doesn't need to be, set up now. Like if you think of something later, you can just let me know and I'll just add it to the list. So a review of X card is just that if this X token gets moved around for any reason, that tells us that, we need to stop and kind of reset to a point that is a safer place. And then script changes, I added on it sort of at the end there, where it's just saying like pause if we need to like kind of basically pause and then sort of like to clarify any misunderstandings um, or anything like that, where you just want to kind of keep the action from moving for whatever reason. And then there's rewind where we might set something back to retcon or anything like that. And then fast forward if there's like content that you don't really want to like you're okay with it happening, but not necessarily like you don't want to like listen through it basically. So those are the script changes. Okay. Any questions or concerns?
None for me. If you hear anything in the background of my voice, please let me know.
Will do. Right. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I was asking it on the chat because I didn't know if it was fun enough to discuss it on voice. But yeah, because I see people have their little avatars, and I was gonna steal one from the internet, but I didn't know if that's what people were doing or how they got their avatars.
That's what I'm doing. I
Yeah,
went
so I
right
don't
on
know.
Pinterest.
Perfect. Yeah, I didn't know if like.
Sometimes what I do if you're worried about stuff like that, like if the picture has the artist's name in there, I usually leave that in and don't cut that out. So it's like I'm giving them credit because I like their work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mine's a book cover, so
I don't know, it's really convenient. You even have the name there. Although that might not be the artist.
right. Yeah. So I'm semi giving credit because it's this person's book, but I wonder. I don't even know what it's about. I just needed an image. Yes. Yes.
I think he was just saying the title of the book.
Oh, I thought you said "Hey Keeper," and I was like,
Oh.
yes. Yeah. Marie said she'd be getting on soon, so. All right. What else can we do?
How do you change your avatar, guys? I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, you go down to the bottom right of the chat and it says "as." You just change that to your character. That's why I was
Perfect.
asking for another character sheet earlier, because I have two pictures.
I love it.
Got it.
So I give people who need more than one character sheet a second character sheet so that they can switch back and forth. Do you need a second one? Okay. All right. Anyone else? Do you want like a note sheet like you had last time, Jeremy?
Can you give me one, actually?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is for you, not, yeah, like for you to take notes, not for your character too.
Ooh, can I have a notebook too?
Yes. Okay. Okay. Okay, so Jeremy, Oris, you should have got yours. Let me make another one. Okay, Shannon, you should get one. Do you want one, John?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Oh, there we go. Jeez. Okay, thanks for pointing that out, Lord Dayspring. Also, welcome back. I just got done moving to a new place, and my microphone that I normally use, the condenser mic, the volume has to be changed in Windows, and it was like set at half its
Shannon, I
normal
love your
volume.
avatar.
So I have turned up. I have to
I
do this
wanted
like
to
every
say
time.
thanks, but like I've done nothing to say thanks for. But thanks, I found it.
I like your selection.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh. Oh, hey, Marie.
Hello.
How are ya?
I'm okay. How are y'all?
We're good.
Hello.
Okay. So we were just kind of chatting. Let's see here. Do you? Okay, you do. Oops. Oh, shoot. Okay, what am I doing? Okay. So do you want to do the chosen, Marie?
Yes.
Okay. So there we go. So your character sheet that you have access to should be already set to the chosen.
Ooh, trying to get
Okay,
to
yeah.
85%
Thank
user
you.
volume in Discord,
You're
and I
welcome.
just can't do it. Going from 86 to
Alright.
84.
And then, did you have like a picture in mind for your character?
I
Oh
did
man,
not.
okay, whatever. 84 it
Okay.
is.
So it's not like super necessary right now or anything like that, but
Yeah, I usually like to flesh out personality first and then figure out what they look like.
AJ!
okay, cool.
What's up, AJ?
All right. So I guess this is going to be kind of a weird question to ask because I know you haven't really played before, but
Hype, hype.
would you rather have the sort of the game be like a traveling
Couldn't join for this one, I take it?
monster of the week where
Maybe I'll be a
like
guest
you all
character.
are traveling together and you're going to different places, or have it set in one city where you kind of stay in one place?
Um,
I changed
are
my
you
character
asking
color.
me specifically?
Yeah, I'm asking you specifically only because I've asked everyone else already. Most folks
Um,
didn't have a preference, and that's an okay answer.
yeah, I don't really have a preference either, honestly.
Okay.
I'm just happy to be included.
All right. And then the year, I guess I'll just decide. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we got that part. So let me bring up my thing here. All right, so why don't we start with Slade? Oh, no, sorry. There's new folks here. Why don't we all introduce ourselves? I'll start. I'm Elle. I'm the keeper.
okay. Are you done,
Yeah,
or
sorry.
is it my turn?
Should I say anything else? I will be facilitating these sessions, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word. But yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
All right. I'm Morris. You can also call me David, but I answer to both. And I like playing weird characters because, as you can see, I'm a cat.
Yes, so you're. Oh yeah, I guess say your character name then, if you have one. So you're playing Vex, the familiar.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go next. My real name's Jeremy, and my character's name is Slade Thompson. His role is the Wronged.
Oh, that means you could be the new Never Again abuser because I stole that from the wrong book, I believe.
You did? I knew it looked familiar.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm Shannon, and my character is the paralegal, which is not a real playbook, but we are working on it because it's a ghost lawyer. I think it's a fun pun that I've decided to turn into a playbook with Elle.
Yeah, so we're working on making a playbook for Shannon's character concept, which I just loved so much. So
I am John, and I'll be playing Lilith, who was the villain of season 1,
and
and the Divine.
Yes. Okay. All right. Last but not least.
Hi, everyone. I'm Marie.
And you're leaning towards the chosen.
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. So I guess we should just kind of get into it. I don't know if your playbook had sort of like special things that you need to pick other than the moves. For example, the chosen has your fate and that sort of thing. I think that would be the time to kind of do them. And then if you have any questions or you want to float ideas out to the group, this would also be a great time to do that. I do want to check in with Jeremy/Slade. I know you're playing the wrong, so I was just kind of curious if you already had an idea in mind of like what your chosen prey is or whatever they call it.
Chosen what? Sorry.
No, the wronged playbook. You have like a what's it called?
Nemesis or creature
Yeah.
type that you hate.
Yeah.
Oh
Your prey?
yeah. That's supposed to be discussed with you, I guess. So.
Yeah. So did you have something in mind?
No, I didn't.
Okay. All right. So, but then did you have anything else in mind about like who you lost or anything like that?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I don't know if you want me to go over it. It is in my character thing.
Okay.
It can be done
I
either
will-
now or in the introductions or whatever.
Okay. Okay, so you have a little bit of a story there. Cool. But you didn't have. Okay, so you didn't have in mind specifically if it was like werewolves or vampires or
So the
boogeyman or anything.
the reason I really couldn't settle on one is because I'm not sure like what your plot would be geared towards or what you plan for, and obviously it wouldn't want to choose some monster that never appears in the story.
Right. Right. Well, I kind of take my plot points from the character building sessions. Like last season, I didn't really have a cult arc in mind, but I really took that from y'all's backstory and was like, okay, we'll make this the overarching kind of enemy type thing. So I'm pretty much okay with if you have something in mind, I'm okay with it because I will just kind of go with it if that makes sense.
Okay. Would you prefer that I choose something? Would it make it easier for you?
I don't have a preference. If you don't want to choose, I can based off
Okay.
of other characters' backstories, we can come back to it if you want. But okay.
Does anyone else have any monster-related things in their backstory? Like specific monster types?
I mean, Vex is technically a monster.
Okay, so don't choose Vex's species.
I mean, you could. It would be hilarious, but
I think it'd be funny if he did.
but it's also super specific because he's sort of a custom race.
Okay.
All right. Oh,
I've
go
worked
ahead.
for vampires. I don't know if that's a creature type you'd be interested in.
Say you work for vampires? Did I?
Yeah. Or worked in the past, maybe still, who knows?
Okay.
We can decide.
Based on like what I wrote for my scenario, a vampire probably wouldn't do the thing that I described, so I think that's safe to say it won't be vampires.
Oh, right.
Okay.
All right. Well, Vex is a nightmare being, but I don't know if those would commonly be found in the world or not. Enough for you to.
We know you're a cat, but what's your creature?
It's a psionic entity.
Like the Raiju? I will, I'll default to Chimera for the monster. Just traditional, you do a Google search and Chimera image.
Okay. Chimera might be a little too specific. We can come back and.
Okay.
Could you turn that into magical beast? Or is that too general?
That might be a little bit too general. We can. We'll circle back.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Do you particularly like Chimera, or is it just because that was like the first hit on Google?
It was just the first thing that popped into my head, really.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like a four-legged beast. I'm thinking something that would not show mercy to humans.
Okay.
My character's from New Jersey. It could be the Jersey Devil. That was a joke. I'm sorry. I find myself funny.
I found that funny too, and I actually was going to say that would be a good idea.
The Jersey Devil. Okay.
For what it's worth, Lilith also had a bunch of minions at her disposal. It could be any one of those.
Oh. Let's see. Well, it has to be like a creature, not humans who are
She had creatures.
true. Um.
I've never actually looked up images of Jersey Devil before. Now I know.
Well, if you check out Monstrous, there's a bunch of good creature types in there for you to choose from.
Oh yeah, the Wendigo. I can't say anything right.
Wendigo.
So,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
okay. Let's see. How about you, Marie? Do you have any ideas about how you've been chosen and kind of I believe the chosen has like a prophecy.
Yeah. So I actually didn't know the plot of season 1. So my instinct was to go, "Oh, cult, sick," but maybe not. Yeah. So I was thinking like nightmares and visions or some weirdo.
I mean, you could still be a cult. How's it? Like the one where how you found out? Oh wait, no, sorry. Yeah, I mean that would make sense because then it would be left over from. Well, would it? Depending on what time frame, I guess.
Yeah, this is like a cult from like 30, 40 years ago now, right?
Well,
For season 1.
1999 to if we do modern day, it'd be like.
Oh, 99. Okay.
Yeah, we were in 99, so. I mean, maybe some of those cult members survived.
I mean, we have Lilith.
She's good now. But yeah, so I mean, I'm totally okay with the cult because then if you want to go the cult route, I have a cult name that we could just pop in there. But if you want else too, that would be fine. Oops, I clicked on that.
Yeah. If we could, then doing the cult route would be cool.
Okay. All right. So how you found out was that an ancient cult found you? Cool. Okay. How your fate will unfold. All right. Do you have anything in mind for that part of your character sheet?
Not particularly.
Okay. What was it about The Chosen that kind of drew you to that playbook? Was there like a character in mind that you kind of wanted to play like or anything like that?
Um I don't know. I just kind of I think the chosen category is like funny. I feel like there's a lot of ironic potential in it.
Okay.
Which is like the main reason I was drawn to it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I thought there was more of a. I'll look at the like actual sheet and not the Roll20 and see because I thought there was more info about the fate part. What?
Slade Thompson, The Wronged. Classic story of revenge.
Okay, so not really. Yeah. So it's kind of looking at those tags of how your fate will unfold, like because it's not necessarily that you have like a prophecy or anything, but like the chosen kind of has that implication a little bit. So you can pick sort of two oh my gosh, heroic things and two doom tags, and then from that we can kind of create a story of like what your fate is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing is that you get to pick a special weapon. So you also have like a special magical weapon.
Okay.
And that's on the right side of your character sheet there.
Okay. Cool. Oh yeah, I see it. One special weapon.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is it cool if I just like announce the ones that I pick?
Yeah. So
Okay.
on your sheet, you should be able to like click on it,
Mm-hmm.
and then then it'll mark it for you.
Okay, cool. Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna miss Dr. Walter Lewis. Hoping he makes a return, AJ.
Interesting.
I already do miss him, actually.
Mm. Okay. There's that.
Okay. All right. So okay. And then if you want to kind of work on your weapon, I'm gonna go over to someone else.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Shannon, for your
Yes.
for your I just realized.
You might. Oh, that's true. Oh man,
Really...
killing my hopes and dreams.
I want to know more about this ghost lawyer or whatever. Monster lawyer.
Maybe he'll make an
Vex may
appearance in
need
spirit.
services.
Yes, absolutely. Vex could definitely have been a client. So what? Sorry, what was the question? I realize I'm not sure.
Right. I just realized that I didn't really put stuff in here. But I guess yeah, if you could give like a brief, you decided to go like your recent, what direction did you go with the paralegal? If you could kind of.
Yeah, so my paralegal, the background that I chose, there's a few that we decided on, but the one I chose is she just recently graduated law school and had done an internship during law school that at first she didn't realize was for a paranormal employer. It was a vampire, and she kind of realized during her third case that some weird shit was going on. Are we allowed to curse? I forgot to ask.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Thank
believe
goodness.
everyone is okay with cursing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, because that was going to be. Thank you. That would be very difficult for me. I cannot describe how difficult not cursing would be. Anyway, yeah, so she graduated law school and she's still not sure exactly what's going on with the paranormal stuff. And that is the background that I chose. Do you need more information? So she's just trying. I think she's trying to pretend that she knows what's going on, even when she has absolutely no idea. Like, kind of out of her depth a lot, but will say legal stuff that she thinks may be relevant.
Okay.
Ham. Thanks for following.
So, what's her opinion on monsters then? Like,
Glad you're having a good time.
What's her opinion on monsters? I don't know. I think she's still forming it. She did not previously believe in paranormal stuff, so I think that's part of why it took her so long to figure out that when somebody robbed a blood bank, it was legitimately not a bank, it was a blood bank. There's probably a reason for that. She just thought they were crazy. I think she's okay with monsters so long as they obey the law. She's defended them.
They pay the bill. Hey, Lucretius.
Right. So your internship was more at like a defense attorney?
Yeah.
Okay.
all right, well, you've got a good group for getting to know monsters, I guess. Because we've got both Lilith and Vex. Although I don't know how much of a monster Lilith is now since you chose to fly.
That's a good. I feel like that's a good segue. Lilith, are you still a monster?
No, I'm not a monster anymore. And stuff. I am actually a bad girl gone good. I'm in a contract with Ty, and that's how I was able to get a human body. And for my history, I'm torn between two. Now that I know that someone's going to be a chosen, I was going to do I've been exiled and I must work for the cause of good without drawing attention. Or my brothers and sisters will execute me for my crimes. And I think I want to stick with that.
Okay.
That sounds messy. And but I also like one of the hunters has a crucial role to play in events to come, and I must prepare them for their role and protect them at any cost.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. That was juicy too.
So
you're-
I gotta
I think
figure
I'm going
this
to go with
stuff
the
out.
first one.
Okay, you're gonna stick with the exiled one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lock it in.
Okay. I guess Vex, what's up with you?
What's up with you?
Well, I need to be someone's familiar, but yeah, he's basically an offshoot of an ancient entity that is bored. That's pretty much the whole backstory. But,
Be my familiar if you want.
sure.
All right.
But yeah, he's basically here for entertainment, but since he's contracted to someone, he's helping them.
Okay. Well, let's wait on you making that decision till we go to the the character history part.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, the one mechanical thing about it is actually there's three, so I'll go over that later when we do the character stuff.
Okay.
Or just a house cat.
Okay.
Let's not make this, more special than it needs to be.
All right. So, Slade, we haven't quite decided. You were thinking Chimera, but we might have to figure a way to make it not.
That was just me throwing a dart at the board. We can work around it.
Right. All right. So we can figure it out.
All right. Well, if you want to have it be Vex, you can choose phantoms or fairies, because he's either one of those. He's between those two.
Okay.
do my character's bio, but like the history part, I don't know what the other characters were until just now, so. Hopefully we'll figure that out soon. Or if I have time till the next session, that could work too.
All right. Well, so I just kind of read your kind of story there. Do you want to share with the group what happened?
Sure. Let's see. Slade's character archetype, the Wronged, is based on the loss of loved ones and the quest for revenge and absolution. With regards to Slade specifically, he lost both his parents and his sister while he was a teenager. To be specific, it was the night of his sister's 11th birthday party, and the guests had left. His sister was in the living room playing with her new toys, and his mom and dad were just kind of cleaning up in the kitchen. The door on the balcony was open, and a monster slipped in through the open balcony and immediately targeted his sister because she was just there and unaware. Parents tried to intervene but were slaughtered, and the monster then approached his sister. At this point, Slade had heard as a teenager, had heard the commotion from his bedroom and walked to peek around the hallway corner and watched his parents and his sister be slaughtered and or eaten by this monster, along with plenty of blood on the carpet. He was too young, too weak. If his parents couldn't fend it off, he had no hope. And he was also frightened. He managed to avoid the monster by hiding under his bed. The monster wandered the house and then eventually left for its next victim. But that was a memory that was burned in his head, and so he made it his life's goal to exact revenge on that monster.
Okay. So were there bodies left behind, or?
That is something I'm still unsure of.
Okay.
Whether the monster ate them or whether it just killed for sport.
Okay. Great. Okay. So back to Marie, whose name Samara Gray is the name that you've chosen.
Samara Gray.
Samara Gray. Okay. So let's see. Can you share with us your sort of fate that you've picked?
Okay, so for fate, I picked 2 heroic options and 2 doom options.
Mhm.
And the heroic options were true love and sacrifice, and the doom options were you can't save everyone and loss of loved ones.
Okay. Okay. And then I see that you chose "I'm here for a reason" as one of your moves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so something that you're destined to do. Did you have anything in mind about what you feel like you're destined to do? Obviously, it would have something about true love and sacrifice. Sort of, I think, sort of a flavor to it. I mean, I guess it doesn't really have to be, but
Yeah, so I'm thinking that the prophecy for Samara is just extremely vague.
okay.
And basically the only thing it reveals is that she's going to die for a cause.
He's just on oxygen.
Okay.
I'm crafting this because I have a very fun like role play element that I think will come to that, which is jump at the opportunity to sacrifice herself.
Okay.
Okay, so he can
that's
still
just what
move,
I'm
I'm
thinking.
guessing.
But I'm welcome to opinions or
Alright.
suggestions.
When I read that, I thought hospital bed.
And then
but
you have a special weapon. Is that a sword?
I was thinking more of like a halberd.
Okay. And what material did you pick?
I haven't picked a material.
Okay.
I was kind of gonna pick one based on where everyone else landed on like monsters and stuff.
Okay.
Because like silver is best for werewolves, cold iron probably is a different, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, Slade has a specialist weapon too. I don't know
Hmm.
if I meant to mention it, but it's a, and this will, I guess it'll depend on the monster what happens, but it's a steel baseball bat with slots on the business end to fasten sharp objects to, like a nail or crystal or whatever. And currently, the slots are filled with lead just to make the bat heavier. And inside the baseball bat, there's a core that's filled with. It's a very thin core filled with the cremated ashes of his family, sister and parents.
Okay. All right. So you have a special bat that you use.
So bodies were left.
Yeah.
They died. So in the end, yes, there were no bodies left.
No, sorry, because before
Oh,
you
true.
weren't
Yeah, there were
sure if
bodies.
they got eaten all the way or if their bodies were left. So their bodies were left.
Yeah, that's a good point. So their bodies were left. Also, or else he wouldn't have been able to obtain the ashes. You're right. And answers that
You're still
question.
not-
Yeah.
But you're still not sure if it was like a feeding or just a.
Random act of
Yeah,
violence.
because they could have left some remains behind and still fed and not ate the whole thing. Yeah, that's a little bit unclear.
Okay, so that's unclear to you. Right.
Go back to his baseball bat.
Well, I think it'd be funny. No, well, not like funny, but it'd be interesting if, like, it was like whatever creature attacked your family was related to whatever Vex is, but maybe not directly. But on the other hand, I'm just trying to see how this could like maybe fit together somehow.
Whatever creature it ends up being, it's going to be its entire species under threat.
Okay.
Is it okay if I ask for clarification?
Sure.
For Slade, do you think that your character doesn't know if the monster was hunting her for sport or for food, or is that something that you don't know? Because it might be interesting for the character not to know.
The character definitely doesn't know. Me, when I was thinking up his backstory, I that's the main reason I said I don't know. Because I have to pick a monster for him to target, and I'm not sure. Again, it depends on what I thought it depended on what the keeper had in mind for the story, and I guess it doesn't.
Okay.
So still figuring it out.
Yeah, it's kind of a well, it's collaborative, and I don't have to pick for you, and if you pick something, I might be like you said, Chimera, and I'm like, I don't know. This seems like really specific. Also, are chimeras like created
Uh,
Or are they?
Depends on the type of chimera in the setting.
Yeah.
Um, I think the Greek ones are like not, but
when you say they're created, like
Full
like
Metal Alchemist.
yeah, like Full Metal Alchemist or
That's what I keep thinking of.
like basically some sort of magical person like smashes together a couple of animals to make a chimera.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Greek ones weren't.
no, yeah, well, they might have been smashed together in a magical sense. I don't know.
The Viking ones were weird. I think all the Viking ones are like the offspring of gods or something and random animals.
Mm.
I thought that was Greek too.
Oh, is it Greek? I know
Zeus.
Loki does it.
Zeus, okay, maybe, but
Yeah,
Zeus and like
definitely
every
Zeus.
woman
Yeah, Zeus just slept with everything.
as different things. Yeah, different animals.
Okay.
yeah, for all we know, Zeus could have created a chimera.
Okay. And then Bex, what were you? You're like a nightmare creature, but you said you might be like fae?
Depends on the definition of fae. Because there's a lot of different types of like fae backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, his basic premise is that he is the an entity that feeds on fear by creating nightmares in the realm of dreams, which is a sort of like a realm created by the unconscious like collective of everybody. So he's kind of in a weird state there, but
Okay.
I guess so. He's either a fae of some sort or a phantom of some sort because he is sort of ghostly. But
Yeah. Hmm. Okay. So I know like two of you wanted to do the travel and then the other three didn't really have a preference. My only kind of concern about doing a travel is with the paralegal character. I don't, because I'm not quite certain how that would work. Maybe it could.
I mean, she could like maybe some creatures are wrongfully accused when we get there, and it's actually something else that's the problem. And then she can do her paralegal stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it in my head that she only recently graduated, so she's still being given like a ton of cases that nobody else wants for one reason or another. Them being far away can be one. She's still being kind of hazed.
Okay. So are you currently working at the agency you had the internship at, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, I do need a disclaimer for everybody is that I don't know anything about law school, lawyers, or anything of the sort, so I don't know why I've done this to myself, but so I'll say
That's
things
okay.
that are not true. So
Just
I
go,
apologize.
just go the Phoenix Wright route and just make up your own law.
The
I'm
fun
just gonna
about
go with what
fiction is that
feels
it can
right.
be whatever you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I'll just
Just
say
insert
stuff.
buzzwords here and there,
Yeah.
like pursuant to or
Yeah.
Precedent.
Subsection.
yeah, subsection, precedent, stuff like that. Build around it.
Some word salad.
Okay. All right. So I think we can do the shared history stuff. if we're good to, unless does anyone else have like specific moves that you might think or you think could be relevant to the story in general that they would like to share?
I think all my moves are still kind of question marks, so
Yeah.
not from me.
Okay. Okay. If there's nothing else, I think we can go to the history part. So I think what we'll do is we'll do round robin. We can start off with someone and then they'll pick the next person to. So they'll pick a person to do a history with, and then the person who got picked will pick someone else to do a history with, and then we'll just keep going around and hopefully it'll be even. If not, we'll just figure it out.
Alrighty, I can start because I need to figure out who my master is. So,
That background image.
so anyways, the way the familiar works is I am a familiar. I've got 3 abilities that affect the master, which are one of them is that you can teleport me to you at any time, and I can teleport to you at any time. The other is that I count as a magical spell component, and you get a +1 when using me. And the third one is you can make some sort of sacrifice to unlock the familiar's true form for a brief period of time, which basically just powers me up a big time.
Oh, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. That reminds me that I didn't talk about weird moves. So, how I do the weird moves for the 2 new folks is that if it makes sense for your character to be able to cast spells, then you automatically get use magic. If not, pick a different alternative weird move. And those are they're in the like hunter moves reference at the top of your sheet there, and then they're under alternative weird moves. And there's empath, illuminated, no limits, past lives, sensitive, trust your gut, telekinesis, and weird science. And they all do different things. So same sort of thing as last time. It's, if it makes sense for your character to use magic, take that. If not, take a different alternative weird move. Okay.
I guess whoever would have Vex as a familiar would probably want to be using magic because the +1 is pretty significant.
All right. So I guess I think Lilith uses magic. Does Slade use magic?
Nope.
Okay. And
That would be weird, wouldn't it?
was it
Kind of a
JD?
revenge story has a magic user as a protagonist.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
The Harry
JD is
Potter.
the character's name. I don't think she uses magic.
Still, it's not the badassery I imagine.
How about Samara Gray?
I would think that maybe the people from the cult tried to teach her and she was just horrible at it and couldn't really do it.
Okay.
So no. To make a long answer short, no.
Okay. Only 2 characters use magic.
I know I said I don't use magic, but I love the idea of the cat working for the farm and keeping an eye on me, but I don't use magic, so that can't be. But I did want to just say that.
I mean,
use magic on my sheet.
Hmm?
I don't see use magic on my sheet.
That's just the basic weird move.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's let's see, it's at the top. It's under your hunter moves reference. Above like charm, cool, sharp, and all that stuff.
Mm.
Do you have a weird score at all? Like,
Oh, okay. I see it. I was on the wrong spot. Got
Yeah.
it.
I did it for you there. You scroll up. Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I mean, if you don't, do you have any weird? I don't know how.
Yeah, I have a 1 weird.
Okay, that works. Does the JD have any?
No, I have 0.
All right, I guess I'll just go with Lilith then. And one thing we could do is we could have Ty be the one that summoned Vex, and just transfer the rights over to Lilith.
Okay.
And is that a history thing on its own, or is that just something mechanically that you pick someone who's your master?
That's the history thing. Is one of the characters is my master. So, but I thought I'd add that little detail just for fun.
Okay.
Okay.
So is Ty a character from the first season?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she was our magic caster.
And troublemaker.
Oh yeah.
That's I was saying that she's probably the one that summoned Vex. Because it seems like something she would do.
Hmm. Like you could keep tabs on me. Pretty much.
Oh yeah, we could do that too.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, I am bound to you, so you can order me around.
I can. I have plans.
Oh boy.
Okay. All right. So, Lilith, pick someone
Yes.
to do a history with.
Hmm. Maybe I'll do one with Marie's character.
Okay.
Like maybe I'm familiar with the cult she was a part of.
Okay. So,
And
yeah.
I guess I could be trying to think how that would work out. Maybe her cult was like a cult I abandoned before I got it right with the spiral eye.
Oh.
Do you think that would work?
I mean, could be, or it could even be the spiral eye.
Oh. It could be.
Shame I can't put like images in here to kind of
I feel
accentuate.
like cult members are kind of like,
I really
you
just
know.
want to put a
They were
freaking
all over.
image of his car.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a question really fast. I apologize.
No.
Are we choosing from the history on the character sheet, or are we just choosing things?
Oh shoot! Thank you. Thank you for
No,
reminding me.
we're choosing from the character sheet.
Oh, okay.
I mean, unless someone has a really good custom idea.
I'm trying to think. Well, remember that what I was gonna pick earlier, besides being exiled, where it was like one of the hunters is crucial has a crucial role to play.
Okay. So that first prompt there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, it says if you are protecting another hunter as your mission, tell them this. You have a crucial role
Oh.
in what is to come. I'm here to guide and defend you. I mean, I think we can stretch that and use it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we do have a chosen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you kind of know what Spiral Eye was up to, and then you're and then you're here to kind of guide and defend Samara.
Yeah.
So I have a question. Can I propose something?
Yes.
So you said, because Samara, somebody from the cult told her about this prophecy.
Mhm.
Would that have been would that be Lilith?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
So the season finale or season 1 was that Lilith was summoned by the Spiral Eye Society, which is a cult that was kind of the main bad people in season 1, and they managed to contain, or I don't know what the not
We trapped her. We pulled a Naruto and trapped her inside Ty's body.
yeah. So the Spiral Eye was working towards summoning Lilith, and they succeeded, and then they did a containment sort of thing into Ty's body, and that's how season 1 ended, basically. So, I mean,
Oh, you know what? No, I want to scrap it because there was something on here that I actually liked, and I'm gonna pair it with JD. They're my person that I go to for advice on mortal stuff.
okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is
Yeah.
For
good.
that.
I want that.
I mean, you're supposed to have a link with everybody, so.
Yeah. But I can think
Oh,
back on that other one for now.
Okay. Okay. JD. Um,
Sorry, I'm looking through. How long ago was Slade's family murdered?
Hmm. $1993.
1993. How old are you?
1993 plus 13. Or, yeah, anyway, that one.
Wait, how do you have?
I would
How
say
do
instead of an actual date, just how many years ago. Because the date of the campaign is still to be decided.
So he was 13 in 1993.
well,
He's
yeah,
41.
because
Is that a
Okay, so
problem?
I'm probably not involved in that legal case. So see. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to remember everybody. Okay, so Slade's family got murdered. Lilith is a demon divine creature. So can I just ask generally? Can I ask generally if anybody's been in trouble with the law?
Not yet.
I mean, technically, you have.
If
Yeah, crimes against humanity.
Don't want to pick Lilith again because we already have that. So how about I forget the name of Meredith's character.
You want to put your character name in Roll20. Just go to the settings and go to display name.
Samara? Was it Samara?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in trouble with the law, mundane or paranormal?
We can make it so.
Okay, then I want that she was in trouble with the law, either mundane or paranormal, and either I defended her or I was maybe that was part of my internship as I saw that case.
Okay. Oh, I got it. Okay. So let's say mundane, because I'm thinking that Samara committed a crime to get arrested to try and get away from the cult.
I don't know what that was.
I think it was a car alarm. It was outside my apartment.
Okay.
Could have also
It
been a
sounded-
bird. Birds make noises like that sometimes.
You know, birds do make whistle noises. It was either a very powerful whistle, a bird, or a car alarm. Okay, maybe incidentally, not during the vampire internship, but during another internship. I just keep stumbling into paranormal stuff by accident. I helped you with that case, and you didn't want to get off, but you ended up getting off for, I don't know, let's say it was, what crime do you think you committed? Something like you stole from a store or something while you were there with the cult, or?
Yeah.
So I think I helped get you off of that, even though you maybe were not, I don't know, happy with that. Did you want to get off for the crime, or did you want to be arrested?
I think Samara was just trying anything to get away. So long-term vision was not a part of that move.
Okay, well, I think that's how I know you. I was helping with the case to get you off or defend you from that. Or maybe prosecute you would be funner.
it's fun to prosecute.
I've decided to defend because it's what I said first.
Okay.
And so I guess, would you go next? Is that sufficient? Do you want to?
Okay. Is that enough? Is that enough for now? Do you want to like kind of later think about maybe what the crime was and stuff like that? But like for now, it's JD defended Samara when she committed a crime to try and get away from the cult.
Yeah, I feel like I like the idea of you were trying your best to be guilty, but JD was really trying to prove her mettle and get you off. So I don't know if we're quite friends or if you're kind of pissed at me because you kept wanting to take the plea deal so that you could like go to jail for a little bit.
Okay. I think it'd be funny if Samara kept trying to say things that like incriminated, and like you just kept being able to, like, on a technicality or something, get that thrown out or something.
Convince the judge that your client is a loony.
Yeah, Samara's like trying to dig a hole with a shovel, and JD is just like kicking dirt back into the hole, like, no, no.
No, shh, be quiet. I got this. She couldn't have done. She couldn't have taken the shower. Her perm is still in.
The ammonium thioglycolate is intact.
Yes.
What?
Okay, yeah. I think that's our relationship. Maybe we're not quite friendly because you probably are like a little pissed that I did not let you do what you wanted.
Okay.
So I think next is Samara's relation turn. Is that how it works out?
Yes, that's how we're doing it. 'Cause I thought it was whimsical.
Okay, so Slade had the whole family murdered, right?
Correct.
Okay. So there's a history prompt that is they could have been the chosen one instead of you, but they failed some trial. Tell them how they failed. So I'm thinking kind of that, but more like Harry Potter style, if anybody knows what I mean. Like,
Neville Longbottom?
yeah,
Could've been
like
either.
it could have been Harry or Neville, but like the prophecy ended up like the way that other people acted about the prophecy made it be Harry.
Right. So it could have been Slade, but some sort of creature killed his family and prevented whatever needed to happen for him to become the chosen, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. That's cool. What do you think, Slade?
Yeah, that fits. In fact, it might have been the monster's intention to prevent something like that.
Yeah.
And maybe like his father or mother had something to pass down to him that they never got to do, or something to teach him never happened because they were murdered.
Yeah. So I'm leaning towards more of the intelligent creature rather than maybe a beast like a chimera might be. Okay. Oh, maybe chimeras can smart. I don't know. Whatever. Intelligent
That's
creature.
fine. So then, probably didn't want to eat them. Just wanted to kill them.
Just. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So, um, cool. All right, Slade.
This is tough. Could anyone else have lost a friend or relative to the same monster? That's a very like weak link. Well, that's just something that can tie him in. Another possibility is if someone is related to Slade in some way. The other things have to do with his actual path to revenge, which, like, they would have to come into play while he's, I guess, while he's honing his skills or whatever. I don't know if anyone really fits that group.
Let me see.
I think I might have something that will sort of work for Slade. One of my options is hold on, I just had it. Their prayer, perhaps an informal or unconscious prayer, summoned you. So maybe in their desire to find out what killed their family, they ended up summoning me because I might have the answer to that. Will that work?
But we gotta pick one from his list.
No, that's fine. That's helpful. I have one that says they helped you at a critical point in your quest for revenge. Tell them what you needed help with.
Okay.
So we can go with Lilith for. I guess there must have come a point where Slade had some sort of breakdown or trauma, PTSD trigger that resulted in him praying to an otherworldly, make an appeal to otherworldly powers, and you would also have to have granted him something. Do you have any idea what you could have provided Slade that would have helped?
Maybe I gave you like an maybe I gave you like a pendant made out of the blood of whatever monster killed your family, and it'll probably like glow when you get close to it.
Perfect.
There you go.
Okay, so that's one hunter association for Slade. You gonna move on to the next one, or do you want to? Is there?
So
Yeah.
Well, so how we were doing it is that Lilith would pick someone else, or to
Oh,
do it for, but she already kind of did one with you.
yeah.
So, what was the one again? Sorry, can you say what yours is, Lilith?
Oh, their prayer summoned me.
Okay. So I'll pick the next person. Let's go with Bex.
All right, well, I'm gonna go back to sleep.
It all comes back to Slade.
Well, There's two options. Either I distrust you, believing you have ill intentions for Lilith, or you think I'm a monster that needs to be rid of. Another monster.
You sound a little far away.
How about now?
Better.
Yeah, I think it was caught up a little bit. Yeah. So, would you be the sort of person that thinks all monsters need to be destroyed?
It might depend on whether Slade had seen other monsters, but what was your second one? Said you had another.
I think you have ill intentions for Lilith,
Oh, no, I doubt
so I
that.
distrust you.
So then... No, it's probably... I mean, it's hard to say that he'd hate all monsters since...
They can also do, you share a dark, mischievous sense of humor.
Well, I imagine that you wouldn't really know what the monster was when you were 13, maybe? Or wait, you saw the creature?
Yes, but it was, yeah. Saw the creature.
Unless it was kind of creepy shadowy like Vex's.
I mean, Slade would have to narratively kind of know that there are other types of monsters out there, and not just this one. But
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of...
Another thing is monsters generally are not very friendly. So,
well, yeah, I imagine
So,
Slade would have...
it's just we happen to have Lilith and Vex both here that happen to be friendly monsters. Or I guess Lilith is an X-monster, I guess. You've switched over to the human side.
But yeah, so I mean, I feel like Slade would have come across other paranormal beings in his hunt for whatever creature we decide on.
So if we include Lilith in that, he would have met a monster or something that isn't human. So he probably would not hate all monsters if we define it that way.
Oh, there is another one actually. If you were, they recognize you from before you abound, or at least they think they do. If you were looking in the phantasm-like thing, you might actually know what he is.
Right, well...
That could work. I have one that says they stood between you and what you needed to find out.
Okay, we're not exchanging between two. We're trying to go around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, whatever that one you just said was, Horus.
Oh, you think you know what I am? Okay, sure. Let me put you on there. Okay.
Slade thinks he knows what you are.
Yeah, so I guess he's familiar with nightmare beings.
Okay. Okay, so it's back to Slade.
Actually, I got a custom one that might actually be funny. For Slade.
Okay.
Vex could have been haunting you. Haunting your dream. Because you have a tragic past. Up until the point he was summoned, so... You might recognize his true form in that opinion.
Okay.
That sense. Alright, let's do that instead.
I like that.
Poor Slade.
Yeah, so basically Vex messed with your dreams, so you'll recognize his true form when it happens, and you'll know it was him.
Okay.
Nicholas
Probably won't
Cage from
recognize the
Mandy.
cat.
I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
Okay.
Okay, but I know Nick Cage is not my
Why don't we
go-to
do
for badasses.
Samara?
Oh, it's probably because of the
Actually,
color.
JD.
The color of his avatar. That's probably what's doing it.
I think. I mean, for Lilith, I have one that is, a secret of theirs, and I think that works with Lilith going to JD for advice on mortal stuff. So I know a secret of yours, Lilith. What is it?
Oh goodness, that puts me on the spot. I have no clue.
We can probably figure that
Wife is
out.
murdered.
What would you-
Yeah, we can think of what you would
That
go
sounds
to
about
JD
right.
for advice on mortal stuff that ended up being you told her a secret that maybe you didn't mean to.
That's this is the
okay.
kind of plot
Yeah, let's
archetype
do
that I
that
had in mind,
offline,
Ham Ham.
because I have nothing right now.
Even though I've never seen it, like I know how revenge movies go, and I mean the one movie I have seen that kind of fits that is John Wick. So he works with guns and stuff, and he's more overall talented.
Okay.
But what you're describing sounds pretty much like what I had in
Samara?
mind. Just substitute wife for family. I mainly chose this character because one of the things I had in mind when I was choosing a character was that can I easily roleplay this character? Because I'm not too experienced in roleplay, I'll be honest. And I don't want to bite off more than I can chew.
So, I have one also for Lilith. It's they're destined to be your mentor. Tell them how this was revealed.
So you're destined to be I'm destined to be your mentor?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes? You can always say no.
No, that'll work. Not no as in no, I don't accept. Maybe I teach you how to tap into your latent magic power. Since you say you knew how to do magic, but you weren't good at it.
So it's
Ty character is forever the mentor.
Well, now it's Lilith.
Yes. Now Lilith is the mentor. She can be assisted by Raven. Which
True.
lost my time.
okay, but
Just go down the chain.
okay. So tell them how this was revealed. So Samara, how do you feel like this came to be?
Maybe Samara had a dream that Lilith and magic are like connected in her life.
Because the
A
other
dream,
thing,
you say?
because the other thing is that Lilith was a major factor for the Spiral Eye Society some time ago, 10 to 20 years ago, depending on what year I decide that we're playing in. So that could also be a factor, is like maybe the cult
That's much better than what I came up with on the spot just now.
So the cult who raised you might have like talked about Lilith or whatever, or maybe they're trying to summon her again, even though she's here. Or maybe they don't know that or whatever. So that could be another way. Is that maybe they think you're like related somehow or something. I don't know. But yeah, so that's also another idea.
Yeah, maybe they think the super vague prophecy is related to Lilith.
Okay. All right, so Spiralized Society. Okay. Okay, Lilith.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Hmm.
Reading the plot of Mandy. His girlfriend is
Actually,
burned
it's
to ashes.
9:47. Why don't we take a break?
Okay.
And then come back around 10, a little after 10, my time,
Okay.
Eastern.
Sure.
That works for me.
All right, see you at 10. Or
Okay.
not even see you, hear you at 10.
Sounds good.
Well, you heard them. We're taking a break for 13 minutes, but I'll be here. I don't have anything else to do. Usually this is around the time when I try to scarf down dinner. But I'll just sit here and answer questions that usually no one asks, but I'll be here. Not what I would expect from Nicolas Cage. I kind of expect, so it's a psychedelic horror film, and I expect the psychedelic part, but I don't expect like much coherence from Nick. I ate very late today. I spent the day because I just moved into a new place yesterday, so I was unpacking today, and then I had to go food shopping to stock my fridge, and then I finally got back and I had to get my internet working because Cox can never get it right. And so that was like half my day then. Then I went to, well, I showered too, and it ended up being like pretty late breakfast because I didn't even get to have coffee or anything. So I like coffee and some like pastries that I bought from food shopping. And so because I ate so late, like I'm not even hungry right now. Yeah, probably go for some water, but that's about it. Yeah. So as far as Nick Cage's movies go, what I typically expect, as I've said, is the like kind of like lack of coherence. This one's psychedelic, which kind of fits that. But I mean, just looking this up, I think I want to watch it. Especially if you're saying it's not expected of Nick Cage's normal acting style. And it's a recent movie, 2018. I think you know what? I kind of enjoy his movies. I remember watching one of them that was about like a solar flare or something. His movies have a sense of a sense of like, I don't know how to describe it, this fear, this otherworldly kind of fear to them. Apocalyptic fear almost. Knowing? Is that what it was called? No. Yep. I remember watching that like on TV. 2009, jeez. Ooh. I don't hate Nicolas Cage, but I think his movies have a lot of potential. They just never realize it. Yeah, exactly. They have interesting premises. Like, I don't know if there are many films about a apocalyptic solar flare. It's totally within the realm of possibility, and it makes sense for something like that to happen and to, you know, have a movie around it. Sure, it's not the first one that's been done about it, but like, that's a cool premise. I don't know if there are probably quite a few movies about cult stuff. Mandy is a cult. Centers around a cult, it looks like, and so does the other one about the bees. The Wicker Man. I want to say, like, the only movie that I can remember that made sense that Nick Cage starred in was Con Air. But it's been so long since I watched it. I have to figure out how the hell I'm going to tie Nick, I said Nick, Slade in with the other characters. I feel like if at least one of the hunters was starting off as a newbie, or they branched out from their normal career into, I want to hunt monsters, then I could have saved one of their lives. That's a possibility. It's hard for me to really think of something that relates him to Vex. As you can see, I put possibly Vex because those are the only two things that I can see a tie-in with Vex's character, because he's familiar and he only appeared in my dreams, and probably not related to Vex. I can probably cross this one out. Showed him the ropes when he was learning how to fight. Guy's 41 years old. There's music playing. You got some lounge music playing through Discord. I don't know how Vex has their tendrils slinked into normal everyday people's lives, but it's possible he could have seen Slade go berserk at some point. I just have to think of a scenario where Slade would. I'm sure there's plenty. I wonder if he might have He might have watched someone's sister being assaulted. I think that could work. Because it has to be something that relates to what Slade experienced, which is his family. How much collateral damage you caused? Well, while walking home one night, witnessed an assault on it could be like a young lady resembling his sister. She was muffled and dragged off. But Slade followed them. So someone would have to have seen that happen. Ooh. Nugget of wisdom from Ham. Your character has been touched by the otherworldly. Yep. More. Sure, yeah. Must have run into more than just the monster killed my family. Sincerely, yeah. Would have run into other monsters along the way. Is there a question here that pertains to him running into other monsters? Or the otherworldly? I see what you're saying, and it's certainly plausible. Another reason I could see that happening is if Slade's tried to research the monster that killed him, that killed his family. He would also have come across knowledge of other monsters. A reason for me to know Vex. Yeah, okay, yeah. So... True, I guess. Yeah, it's true. He would have known Vex. So he knew who Vex was before Vex's transformation, which is the weird part too. I'm not exactly sure how he would have seen him after that, but probably would have. See, I'm a little bit cloudy on like what Vex is exactly. Like, is he a shape-shifting familiar? Like, it could be resemble any cat. Slade would kind of have to have seen before and after and be able to link the two. It's a tough one. It's tough. There's a lot of gears turning in my head right now, so I don't know if I can accurately describe what my concerns are, but I want to make sure like it's logically consistent and it makes sense. Having a stable foundation for a character is what lets you build on it easily. I'm all about stable foundations. Anyway, back to this scenario. What would have been the trigger scene? Oh, what would they do to her that would that would mirror an image that he saw. Oh, I know what they did. One of them was kissing her and went to bite her on the shoulder, and he just went berserk. I could see that happening. It was by two young men. By two men on a young lady resembling a sister. And dragged off, but Slade followed them. He managed to slip inside the abandoned and took her to, and watched as they kissed her. One of them as also bit down on her shoulder, which kissed her body. He also bit down on her shoulder, which watch. I don't want to make him look like a voyeur. I'm gonna watch waited. This is kind of a
Is everyone back?
detailed description. I'm here.
Yeah, I've just been PMing Lilith my details.
What?
All the relevant familiar abilities.
Okay, I'm back.
Is the music too loud?
Nope.
Not on my end.
Okay, that's good. I'm really bad at managing the music stuff, so I'm gonna miss AJ.
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear that? She's gonna miss AJ. You can also adjust the bot's volume as a user, so not a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I did.
Usually you have to, because it like defaults to like 200% or some nonsense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have it on like 30, I think.
Mine is less than that.
Are we talking about the Groovy bot?
Yeah.
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 Hey y'all, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Is it too graphic if I
So,
say smash
I
the
guess
skulls
I
in?
want to check in and see. I thought it'd be fun to do round robin, but is it confusing? Should we kind of just like figure out the two people's association and then move on to the next association?
Yeah.
I think that makes more sense.
Okay. All right. Let's do that then. So let's clean up the association between Vex and Lilith. So we have Vex side, but we don't have Lilith for Vex.
Okay. Let's say I think I have something.
Can I clear up one thing first? How long do you want our familiar relationship to exist before the campaign? Like, I don't even know when Lilith became a divine, so...
Let's see. How about as soon as I was born, so to speak?
Alright, so, like, when you became human, then?
Yeah.
Alright, and then I guess I was Ty's familiar before that, and she transferred me to you.
Yeah.
Alright. Just gonna put that as a note.
Let's see. For you. The only thing that I see that would fit is that they saved your life and you understand intellectually at least that you owe them for it. And I guess that would be why I decided to accept the contract.
Sorry to interrupt. Is it possible to turn the music off?
I think on your end.
Yeah, you can mute the bot.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
right click.
We can
Right
stop
click
it too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I can just stop the music if you want, or if you right click on the Groovy bot, you can adjust the volume or just mute it. I guess, how do people feel? I can turn it off.
I think it's fine.
Okay, yeah, I'll just turn it down.
Okay. Alright, so you said Bex saved Lilith's life,
Mm-hmm.
and okay. What happened there?
Ultimately, I have to have a reason to know Vex in order to answer any of these questions geared towards Vex. So I gotta figure something out.
Maybe when Ty was given
I feel like Vex might have been
doing the ritual to give me a body, someone was trying to interfere with that, and Vex protected
maybe
us. What?
maybe that's why you're familiar now. Is somehow I had to take the place of something, and now you're familiar instead of Ty.
Oh, hey, that'll work.
So something was trying to interrupt the process, or
Yeah.
We can say in the process it weakened Vex's powers somehow.
Yeah. We could.
Which would explain why he's been along so long, but is still level 1.
okay. Okay, so I have JD and Samara. JD defended Samara in court, but we need to see from Samara's side.
Okay, so from Samara's side, does it also need to be one of the prompts from the character sheet?
Yeah, so typically you would just pick one of the history prompts there. Why did you have something else in mind?
I'm just wondering because the closest oh, my eyes completely skipped over like the perfect one. Arrival at first, but you came to a working arrangement.
Okay.
I like that. What?
Rival in what sense?
So when JD was trying to get Samara acquitted, it would have been like a rivalry for who can succeed first.
Okay. Okay, and then so what was the working arrangement?
So I think the working arrangement could have been maybe they found a way for Samara to get acquitted and still get away from the cult together.
Okay.
So, can I propose for the rivalry? Is that it wasn't a one-time thing. Like, Samara did multiple crimes, and I kept getting assigned to defend her. And so, you kept trying to do things like, you cannot get me off this time. Like, I have a video of me doing this, but still somehow
Yes.
managing to get her off. So that would be the
Absolutely,
rivalry.
yes.
Yeah. And I'm imagining eventually Samara tells me why she was committing the crimes, and we managed to get like a restraining order or something against the cult.
Okay. That sounds good. Because honestly, looking at your list, Samara, I thought you were going to pick you saved their life back when they didn't know monsters were real. Tell them what you saved them from. But I like this one too. I like how it's like a repeat offender, even though they kept getting acquitted. That's really funny. Okay. Let's see. So Slade and Lilith are done. Vex and Slade. So Vex was haunting Slade. Slade thinks he knows what Vex is.
No, it was just on my side. I said I was visiting his dreams for a while, pretty much, and thus haunting.
Okay. So if you're ever in your true form, he'll might know that.
Yeah, he'd probably recognize me from his dreams, and probably by that point, he'll have put two and two together.
Okay, so I guess from Slade to Vex, what?
It's very hard to come up with something related to Vex from Slade's point of view, because Vex is like, he's just like non-corporeal or whatever. But the one thing I can think of is there's one time where they saw you absolutely lose it and go berserk. Tell them what the situation was and how much collateral damage you caused. So if Vex was watching
you find that extremely amusing.
A scenario that I can describe in detail, then it could work.
Just to clarify, I have been Ty's familiar for a while, so I have been around. It's not like I'm just randomly there all of a sudden. So I'd say I've been around for about 10-ish years.
In this Vex form.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I may have been up to things before that, or after in that time frame.
Okay.
Just because I know it's hard to figure out things to be related to with a familiar.
So as a familiar, are you still doing your nightmare shenanigans or no?
I suppose I could still feed off people if I want. If you want to go
I
that
have
route.
a thing that I want to relate to Vex with the nightmare stuff.
Okay.
Can I propose that? I don't want to interrupt, but you asked about the nightmare stuff, so I just wanted.
Okay. Well, one second. I just want to shore up. So, Slade, Vex saw you absolutely lose it and go berserk.
Yes.
Tell them what the situation was and ask them how much collateral damage you caused. Okay, so what was the situation where you went berserk?
Okay. While Slade was walking home one night, he witnessed an assault by two men on a young lady resembling his sister in a dark alley. She was muffled and dragged off, but Slade followed them. He managed to slip inside an abandoned building that they took her to, and watched and waited as they had her way with her, kissed her body, and groped her while she whimpered. One of the men bit down on her shoulder, which made her cry out in pain.
This feels like one of the lines that we said not to do, so I'm gonna interrupt you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, so I think it's on that line that we set for sexual assault.
Okay.
But I think witnessed a kidnapping is
You
okay.
can cut that part out.
Yeah, just.
But the trigger, there is a trigger. I'm sorry, I was too descriptive on this. The trigger was that they bit her, which caused her to cry out in pain, and that resembled what he heard as a teenager when his family was murdered.
Okay.
So
maybe they doesn't have to be a bite, I guess. It could be something else, like maybe they're trying to get information from her or something.
could be something that would, it has to trigger his PTSD is what I'm thinking. So,
I mean, they could have been monsters and they could have just bit her.
Yeah, so it could have been, if it wasn't like
Because I think seeing someone that looks like your sister being attacked by monsters would definitely set you off.
mhm. Sorry,
Oh,
I
let's see here.
I wasn't going for the
Does that
trigger
work,
everyone
or-
thing.
Yeah, I think so. It could be like a vampire or something. Or whatever, a monster of your...
Yeah, so if it was like a vampire biting her and she screamed.
That would work.
Alright, we'll say Vex is part of the people trying to deal with his, like, freak out or whatever.
Okay, so you can describe how much collateral damage Slade caused.
Maybe the... I don't know what an extreme freakout collateral damage would be. Maybe like it destroyed a building or something.
That would be tough with a baseball bat.
I mean, it doesn't have to be only baseball bat. You could have like bombs or something. You could also just set on fire.
Yeah, that could work. Set it on
Maybe
fire.
you just like eliminating the threat. You eliminated the threat, but then you just took it too far and decided to eliminate everything that they were around.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, I think we're good on that then. So,
Okay.
I was
Okay,
going
so
for the
what were you
feels, the
saying,
feels of
Shannon?
revenge,
You
the
had
pain
a
of
proposal
revenge.
between JD and Vex.
Yeah, and this
And it came out the wrong way.
kind of so for Vex, when Vex was haunting Slade's dreams, I don't know if that's still happening, but
It's not happening anymore.
I would like that it isn't happening anymore because you were charged with. I had to investigate you for a legal reason, and it was you were being charged with trespassing in people's dreams. Which, yeah, it turns out is not legal in the para world, so that is what caused you to stop. I enjoy the concept of dream trespassing.
That is clever.
Okay.
I mean, that could definitely be something Vex is up to if the GM's fine with me being able to do that.
I thought
Could
you
be
said you were haunting Slade's dreams.
Yeah, that was before he was a familiar. So his original form did that. I'm not sure if I would have that power in the normal world. It could be like a use magic thing that I can like intrude on people's dreams.
Yeah, I don't know if you have like the full ability that your like real form does.
Yeah, the real form's overpowered. It's definitely not his ability of it. But he could probably like observe them or something.
Yeah, I was going to suggest that.
Maybe then because I'm investigating you for legal reasons, so maybe instead of investigating you, I consulted with you on a case that involved dream trespassing. Because you had previously...
Dream
Sorry,
law?
I just saw the chat, the people saying dream law.
I don't.
Yeah, so maybe if you can't do that anymore, maybe I consulted with you to ask about like trespassing in dreams, since you are an expert.
I mean, I could definitely be a consultant on some magical stuff involving like psychic attacks and dreams and stuff.
Yeah.
He also knows
I'm
a lot of
confused.
random ass trivia because before he became a familiar, he could read people's minds in their dreams.
What's his
So he
form?
knows a lot of random information.
Okay, so maybe then you're respected in legal circles because of all this information that you have. So you're a consultant that gets paid occasionally for cases.
Alright, well, one of my things is actually you share a
Restraining
knowledge
order on the
mystical
dream.
lore that breeds a mutual respect.
Perfect.
So we can
Is that
tweak
like just an oxymoron? Having law and order in the dream, the world of dreams.
I guess that would go both ways.
You dare impose your will on Dreamland, mere mortal. So I need to do JD Squire and
Yes,
Samara.
you're an expert witness.
Okay, we'll do that. I'll be your expert witness on dream crimes.
Yeah.
Just so you can have a cat on the witness stand, it'll be great.
Dream crimes.
Yes, I think that's a large reason why anytime JD uses you as an expert witness is just so that she has a cat on the stand. Especially after seeing the that video of that lawyer dude saying I'm not a cat. She just needs to have a cat on the stand.
I'm sure the judge takes that seriously.
Actually, Shannon, can that be one of our secrets then? That secret that you're keeping for me?
A cat, I'll allow it.
That I probably did.
I'll meow it.
Illegal things involving my familiar snooping and getting information for me?
Sure.
Okay, great.
So not
I'm gonna say that
need
what do they call it when you sell stocks early or whatever? Insider trading?
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I did. That's my secret. I didn't know it was something bad. I was just trying to make some money.
Yeah, you came to me being like, listen, JD, I got this great thing that I'm doing. Vex over here, he's able to tell when these big CEOs are gonna sell. I'm like, hey Lilith, that's insider trade?
Yes, and I also did this to the leftover members of the Spiral Eye. So I stole their money because it was technically mine.
And JD had to inform you, no, it wasn't actually yours. You did in fact steal it.
It was all
I'm
for me.
just an innocent monster, I swear.
Yeah,
Lilith is the one making all the bad decisions.
Had to tell Vex, I'm sorry, Vex, even though you were ordered to, you still did do the crime. So you are still liable.
It is what it is.
Okay.
Would you still
I
take the
enjoyed
witness
insider
stand?
trading. You're still an expert witness, it's fine. I keep your crimes to myself.
Thank you.
I'm not being paid to prosecute you, so I'm not gonna.
Okay.
You're
Again,
already
as a
being dragged to the dark side.
I don't know how lawyers or laws work, so again, disclaimer. I'll
It was
say
a
something.
casual conversation. It never happened.
Yeah, it was a hypothetical. You're like, hypothetically, if my
Subsection
friend
ad
Ilith...
hominem.
Okay. So from Vex to JD, it's the sharing knowledge thing. Can you say that again?
Okay, so part of his background is that he has a lot of knowledge of like everything that happened before 10 years ago. So he just knows a lot of things generally, but he doesn't know a lot about like we'll call it the dream realm. So whenever a creature is involved with that, he's an expert witness for JD.
Right.
Although I don't know how many creatures are involved in that, we'll find out. But
Okay, so what was the
I pasted it in the chat of the Roll20. It's you share a knowledge of mystical lore that breeds a mutual respect.
okay.
I think that's from the Familiar playbook.
Yes, thank you. Okay.
And do I need to do the one for Slade? I forget now which. If we're still doing round robin or.
I'm trying to go back and clean up some of the. We're just gonna like not like round robin, but like do the two together at the time. If we, actually, I don't know if there's any other things.
I'd say to flesh out any like
yeah.
strong ideas, and then we'll go on to filling in the list
Yeah.
like that.
Let's see. So I have.
I feel really bad for crossing that line earlier. Like, really bad. Should have known better.
Who's next? Okay. Samara, is there anyone that you haven't had a history with? Do you have one with Vex? No, you and Vex don't have one.
Who with Samara?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, we haven't done Samara yet and Vex yet.
Okay. Or I guess. Did anyone else not done one with someone else? Or...
Yep. 2 people left.
Okay.
I don't think I've done one with Slade.
Okay. Alright, so let's okay, so Slade and JD haven't done anything, and then Samara and Vex haven't done anything, right? Like either or. So let's do the Samara and Vex together.
I kind of want to think Samara is super suspicious. Comes up to Lilith out of the blue, like, "Oh, you need to train me."
Okay, so you're suspicious of Samara and don't trust them?
Yes. Also, she's a past criminal, man. Well, technically not, because she has an incredible lawyer.
Oh, so the one, so you distrust them believing they have ill intentions for your master, that one?
Yes.
Okay. And Samara?
So I really only have 2 that I think would work. And one of them is just friends from school or work or something. Ask them what, and it'd be like, Vex is very deeply suspicious of Samara, and Samara like is oblivious and just thinks they're like chill.
Oh.
Or the other one is a rival at first, but you came to a working arrangement, which I've already used. But it could just be a rival at first, full stop, like they're rivals.
Right. Yeah, so we want to try and keep it different if we can.
Yeah. But I feel like just friends. I feel like there's a lot of potential for comedy there.
I also have you share a dark, mischief sense of humor. If you like to get up to mischief.
Okay. So just friends from school or work or something. Okay. Just friends.
Alright, I'll switch off the suspicion thing and do the other one then.
No, it's okay. She thinks you're friends, but you're like, I don't know about this lady.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll pretend to be your friend.
It's like my worst nightmare. Your friend actually hates you. No.
I think it's funny if you're not at all like hiding the fact that you're suspicious of her, but she's just like so oblivious. Okay, so
Yeah, Vex, that's my buddy. What?
okay. Okay, so let's do.
I clear up the misunderstanding, but apparently I'm not allowed to look at people's dreams anymore.
So that leaves JD and Slade.
So I don't have one that's quite right. I have your old friends, but I don't want us to be old friends. I don't know if Slade said where he grew up, but I like like the idea of like your family's murder being kind of like the murder mystery in town, like the local legend that she grew up hearing about.
Could
And
be the
perhaps
same.
what piqued her interest.
It makes it easier. I haven't thought about it, so it could be the same city.
Perfect, because then, yeah, I like the idea of her hearing about this like true crime thing, and it kind of got her interested in crime, this murder mystery. I assume it was unsolved.
Okay. So, let's see.
I have 3 things that could fit JD, and one of them is lost a friend or relative. They also lost friend or relative. So JD would have lost a friend or relative to the monsters. JD and Slade could be related closely or distantly. Or Slade saved JD's life back when she was a newbie hunter.
Oh, that can make sense.
Yeah, I like the idea of to go with like you were the local legend in town, and then like she was kind of like not you weren't a local legend, but you know, like your family's murder was.
Mm-hmm.
So she was kind of starstruck to meet you, but you saved her from. What do you think you would have saved her from?
You know what? Probably the same thing that Vex witnessed is what comes to mind, but
quite like that. Given how it started, that's a no for me, dog.
So wait, I'm sorry, something else then?
Yeah, just given
Okay.
the beginning description, I don't want to do that.
Okay. I didn't have one in mind. It could just be like any monster that you were pursuing or hunting that ended up backfiring because you're just starting out.
Sure, yeah, this could be before she really quite grasped that it was the supernatural that she was investigating for a case.
Okay, so the monster has to be determined by you. Slade saved her, but yeah, which monster it was up to you.
Oh man, I have to think about what sort of monsters exist.
I can give you a list.
What'd you say?
I said I can give you a list of some monsters that are recommended for familiar.
Let's see, what's a fun one to have investigated? I mean, vampires, pretty, like, standard.
That's your boss, though.
That's my boss, though, yeah.
Your boss is a vampire.
I feel like I was trying to serve some, like, papers or something. I don't know what lawyers do, listen. I don't know what lawyers do.
You can be the Phoenix Wright lawyer where you do all the investigation yourself as well.
Exactly, yeah. Or I was trying to serve papers, which I don't know if lawyers actually do that. I think they hire somebody to do that. Whatever. I was trying to serve papers to like a demon or something, and they attacked me, and Slade saved me.
Okay.
A demon for trying to, I guess it broke a contract.
So a demon.
A demon, that's what I've done.
Okay. All right. So. See, I have Lilith. You don't have anything for Samara down, is what I have. And then Samara said that Lilith is destined to be JD's mentor, Spiralite, and then probably the Spiralite Society. Probably talked about Lilith a lot as they, found Samara and was training her or whatever they were doing.
Oh, wait, the Spiral Eye was the one that found. Oh, that's even more suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so what from Lilith? What is your towards Samara? I think we were kind of talking about something maybe, and then we didn't like.
Oh, that was earlier.
Like we were thinking about the protecting them
as my mission.
Yeah, because you have a crucial. Well, I know the first history prompt it says if you are protecting another hunter, but we can just use that one if you want, or you can pick one of the other ones if it fits better.
How about they should not be involved in this situation? The prophecies didn't mention them at all. This gets my attention, but I don't know what it means yet.
Oh, okay. So conflicting information there.
The chosen wasn't actually chosen at all.
I love that so much.
Okay.
Sorry. I love the idea of Samara throwing herself into in trying to save people, like throwing herself in the way because she's doomed.
Like, hold up,
just being
girl.
like,
Who
"You're
invited you?
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay. Okay, let's see. Any other relationships that I missed?
Mm-hmm.
What do you have?
Slade and Samara.
Slade and Samara. Okay. Alright. Let's see. So Samara chose that Slade would have been the chosen and then we came up with the reason that you didn't become the chosen had something to do with your family being murdered when you were 13. Okay, so what do you got, Slade?
How old is Samara?
I'm thinking Samara is like late 20s.
Oh, okay. First move.
Child.
Choosing an older character. So, respecting their hard-earned knowledge is out of the question.
You don't have to be 41. Unless you want to be.
Just to make this work, I think we can... I'll explore my options, I guess, but I mean, keep that in mind. So what's left is Samara stood between Slade and what he needed to find out, or Samara also lost a friend or relative to the monsters, or Samara and Slade are close or distant relatives. Any one of those easier than the others to fabricate?
Well, if Samara lost her family to the same monster, it would make sense why the cult members took her in the first place. you know.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Your whole family? Or her whole family?
I guess.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah, I hadn't really put
That's
too
like...
much consideration to what her family
so-
looked like, so.
I have a question then. If you both lost your family to the same monster, how come Samara was able to become the chosen, but Slade was not?
Slade's family had something to pass down that was a requirement for the chosen. I don't know.
I like the. How about? Because you said Slade hid under the bed. What if Samara tried to stop it?
Yeah, that could work too.
So it wasn't anything. It was more like their reaction to it is what drove them to be the chosen or not.
Yep. And that would also make the difference between requirement for the wronged.
Maybe the cult helped you fend it off. That's why you were able to fight back, and that's how you became into contact with them, or something. Just a suggestion.
Like, was the cult keeping an eye on both of them, and they saw Slade hide, and so they did not help Slade, but they saw her try, and so they helped her?
Honestly, I feel like the cult would be initially more interested in whatever the monster was, rather than children.
Did the cult
So
protect the monster from Samara?
No, I think... Well... I mean, I don't want to... Let's say that, you know, regardless of the cult, let's say that Samara's family was also attacked by these monsters. She was able to fight back in a way, right? So that sort of would that be it? And then kind of like on a parallel, she survived because the cult came in and like because maybe they were tracking the monster sort of separate to her, and then like they took her in after the fact. Does that work?
Is the chosen because of the cult? The cult chose them, or they're chosen in a...
Well, no, it's in a more like Buffy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer sort of way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not because the cult chose them, but
Yeah, like hand of fate, etc., etc. That kind of deal.
But I guess, what do you think of that for Samara's history?
I think that works.
Okay. Okay.
Look, I chose the right colors.
Is there any other connections that I missed?
Are you proud of me, Dad? Okay, so we are done with relations.
No, I think we're good.
Okay, yeah. Looks
just gonna
like
like underline.
I think we got everyone. All right.
Bold. The ones that
Um,
apply.
I guess so. Now we have to just kind of settle on what the monster is that has killed 2 families of the 2 hunters. So I think it should be like some sort of intelligent, malevolent creature who was clearly trying to maybe prevent like a chosen from coming into being, perhaps.
Okay.
Like demons come to mind, but I don't know.
And that can be.
Spent so much time in
Is that
text
something?
formatting.
I guess. Do we even know that yet? Because Slade watched it, but he wouldn't have known what it was at the time.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Slade would. Like Slade, you said you feel like he knows what he's hunting, right? It's not like a vague.
Yeah, it was an image that was burned into his memory.
Okay, but does it seem like he knows what the creature is, or just what it looks like?
Given the amount of time that passed, he probably would have done research, and he also has the blood that was in his pendant, so I feel like he'd have a pretty good idea.
Okay. Does anything come to mind for anyone else?
I mean, I'd love for it to be some sort of nightmare creature. Maybe it could be a minion, even, of like some larger boss person.
So your nightmare creature, is it like a realm?
Yeah, it's not. It's sort of like an eldritch creature sort of thing, so it's not like human realm origins.
Okay. So do we want to say that like demons and eldritch are separate?
Yeah, he's definitely not a demon, so.
Right. Okay.
Can we think it was the Jersey Devil? I couldn't keep it to myself.
Oh, is that supposed to be the Jersey Devil?
No.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'll get an image of that.
I sent something in Discord that I found that I think is creepy.
It's very creepy. It's the least creepy thing. Jersey Devil, sorry. The image that you just pasted.
It's just too scientific looking.
I don't know why it's such detailed images. I don't know why images like that exist of something that's not even real.
I
Very
know.
scientific.
It's just, it looks so frail. Like a really, it's like a broke T-Rex. Like.
Well, that's smog and pollution, man. Out in Jersey.
It was too close to the ExxonMobil plant.
Yeah.
That's a good nightmare creature in there. The L posted.
Yeah. What do you think of the thing that I posted, Jeremy?
Yeah. I mean, it's up for interpretation. That's fine.
So I think we'll go with this is the thing that killed your family. I guess yours and Samara's family. We'll say it's more like an eldritch creature. Maybe they're more of like a nightmare realm, like Shadowfell and D&D reference type thing, or like from Stranger Things, when they're, what do they call them in Stranger Things?
The Demogorgon?
No, but
Sorry, could you say again?
the Shadow Realm, I think that they say, like in
The
Stranger
Upside
Things.
Down?
Yeah, or whatever. So, yeah, I think, like an eldritch, maybe like nightmare realm type creature makes sense. And that way, maybe Vex does know or doesn't know, maybe something about it.
I mean, he totally knows something about it but he's not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah.
That's one of his weaknesses. Is he can't talk about the dream realm like monsters.
Okay. Does that work?
Oh, is that a question for me or for Samara?
Both of you.
Yeah, I don't have any problems with it.
Yeah, it works for me.
Okay. All right. So eldritch, creepy thing. Cool. All right. So it's about 11. I thank you all for coming to my TED Talk. No. So I run like 8 to 11 Eastern. I do want to kind of be a little bit more stricter about the 11 because I need to go to sleep for work and whatnot. So that's kind of it for me. Do you have any questions or concerns or thoughts?
There's one thing that we did want to establish is the the origin of our group getting together for these monster hunts.
Yes, that's a good point. I think maybe like if we do kind of maybe Buffalo is your home base in a sense, but like you do go traveling. Would that work?
Yeah, we could say that Aglafotis has evolved to the point where Buffalo's under control now. So we don't need to worry about Buffalo for the most part, but other places.
Aglafotis. The old stomping grounds.
So Aglafotis, Jeremy played a professional last season, and Aglafotis was the company that was like kind of have government ties, but they were primarily a pharmaceutical company. So Aglafotis. I'm sure they'll be around.
I mean, Jeremy runs it now, right?
Yes, he's the director now.
Director.
He's the senior director now. But yeah, so okay. Right. So, like I said, I have a little bit of a concern with the paralegal, like going on road trips and things like that. But I feel like we can make it work.
I mean, I believe if we establish her as the expert of paranormal legal stuff, then she would have a reason to travel.
Yeah, my assumption is that, like, based on whatever the monster of the week is, the company she works for would have like handed her a case, like, you need to go defend or figure out if this is a client we want to have, and then have to go and see what is going on with this monster.
Yeah. So I feel like that can work for some cases, but I don't know if it like would necessarily, like, every mystery would be like you getting a case to go check out or anything like that.
I mean, given that I still don't know what's like going on, like JD still doesn't really know what's going on paranormal wise. She might be like, "Hey Lilith, can I go along?" Listen, I told you I don't know how lawyers work. Sorry. But yeah, okay, sometimes she travels. Yeah, okay. I think in the cases where it doesn't make sense for her to travel, maybe Lilith was talking to her about X, Y, or Z, and she's like, listen, I still don't understand what monsters exist or what paranormal's out there. Can I come with you?
Yeah, I do kind of view it as that way. It's just like all the stuff that's not case related, just you training.
Yeah.
Because you need to write the book, man.
Yeah, she's like, I need
There's
to listen.
There's no books for monsters for you, for monster law.
Well, that and my employer thinks I know what I'm doing when I most definitely do not. Like, I don't know what sort of monsters exist, and my employer doesn't necessarily realize that I just happen to have, like, a really good poker face. So when I figure out that monster stuff is happening, I just have my deadpan face and pretend I knew the entire time. But in all honesty, she has no idea what the hell is going on, so I think, yeah, she's just trying to get some training on the job or off the job to figure out what even is a paranormal lawyer supposed to do.
Makes sense.
Okay.
I feel like this character that I chose
Well, so
exposes the boss monster
I
of the
did
entire
have something in the
campaign.
chat about reasons why a paralegal would travel.
It's like, look,
So you could
it's
work
the
that
boss
into the
monster.
story as well.
Thank you. I read the first line and I thought you were telling me that I couldn't travel, which is why I said, listen, I don't know lawyers.
Oh no! I'm trying to be supportive.
Thank you. I apologize for misunderstanding.
Oh,
I
no, you're
appreciate your
okay.
support.
You need to trust your client.
Yeah. I'm paying you with stolen money.
yeah. But I guess I know, like, these are like hunter like the backgrounds of how you all know each other, but do you want any of this to like play out, or is this all in the past and you're all already like the Scooby Gang going from here to there?
I think as long as things are organic, we should be fine, and certain things could play out.
Yeah, I mean, like some of these, even though it's like your histories, I don't think necessarily you would know, like of the characters anyway. Of like Slade doesn't necessarily have to know that Samara's family was also
True.
murdered, or that he would have been the chosen as well, or like those sort of things. Not necessarily character knowledge, but so that you can like we can figure that out as well.
It'd be hilarious if we had a character that just happened to show up in every location we went to. I think we're all too connected for that to happen.
Yeah. So. Okay. Great. Any other questions or comments, feedback?
No.
I have some plot ideas. I'll probably PM you for GM shenanigans, but
Yeah, let me know if you need like justification for why I'll be there. I can dream it up.
We'll figure it out.
I mean, I'm all for the Scooby Gang.
Yeah.
I like the idea of us not. I feel like, given that we don't know, I like the development, but we don't have to. We can also already be the Scooby Gang. I don't know what was decided.
The last season, I think there was a scenario where we ended up meeting somehow and working together, right?
Yeah.
And that kind of, even though it wasn't very detailed, it still set the stage and allowed us to, come up with a way forward.
Yeah. We had our own cliques and then decided to all work together.
Oh yeah. I'm basically attached to Lilith, so I'm not relevant here. Package deal.
Okay. I will think of something, and if it requires, I will post something in either the general chat, or if I need to PM some of you to figure things out, I can do that. No problem. I'm trying to think about. Yeah. So, because we don't even really need to be based out of Buffalo necessarily, except that, I mean, Lilith, you kind of are from there, and then I think JD's from Jersey. Did you say?
It'd also be cool to have the original hunters in the setting around.
Yeah, that's kind of the thought of keeping it in Buffalo, I think, was what we were thinking. So
Yeah.
I think we'll have like a, kind of a traveling thing, but then every once in a while you need to get back to Buffalo for this or that. Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
I just need you to know I'm going to be asking a lot of stupid questions. Like, for instance, does the fur of a werewolf, does the DNA match the human, or does it only go back to the werewolf, the wolf form? But that's a question for later. But I just need you to know I will be asking a lot of stupid questions like that in order to figure out legal arguments.
Okay. Sure.
That's fine.
Yep. Should be fine. Yeah. All right.
All right. Have a
Okay.
good night, everybody.
Good night. Marie, would you mind staying on? I want to kind of go over your character sheet because I know you haven't played before, and I just want to make sure you got everything that you need to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Okay, good night,
Till next
everybody.
week.
All right,
Night.
good night.
Let the call go. All right. I know my Discord's asking me that. That brings today's session of Monster of the Week to a conclusion, and really there wasn't much of an introduction, unless you count the introductions of the characters. Kind of talking myself into a hole here. Session 0 is all about character building and establishing a shared history between the characters, while also fleshing out the backstories of our individual ones. So now that that stage is set, the next step, and this is largely going to fall on the keeper, is to find a way for our characters to meet and begin working together on the various weekly missions of monster hunting that will eventually and without a doubt be imposed on us. These typically, I mean, they usually last more than a week. I mean, sometimes they can be resolved in a week, but in my experience with season 1, the sessions have gone longer and longer every time, to the point where an average monster hunt would actually last like 2 or 3 sessions and not just one. Because things happen, like stories develop, and there are missing pieces that I guess even the best keeper doesn't exactly think about when they're creating a scenario. So, but we'll see how it goes. We have 2 new people in today for this season. Unfortunately, our old friend AJ, aka Dr. Walter Lewis, is not with us, but it's possible he may make a cameo. The same goes for some of the other characters from season 1. Including Oris's old character, the monstrous man. I can't remember his name. Can't remember the name. It was a strange one. Unless I missed it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's lost in my head. And my character from season 1 may make a reappearance as well. His name is Jeremy Jones, same first name as my own. But this season it's Slade Thompson, the Wronged. The one who I guess wasn't the Chosen. Every character has their flaws. And the flaw is what made him the Wronged, as opposed to the Chosen. Scott. Yes, Scott, thank you, Lord Dayspring. Sorry, my memory just wasn't I'm fried, I think. Yes, Scott, and I remember his last name. It was Scott something. If you remember that, great. If not, then I don't know. Talia, yes, Scott Talia. Yes, perfect. Thank you for jogging my memory. Telia, Scott Talia. Let me never forget that name. They were both employees of Agrophotos, him and Jeremy Jones. I would hope that the keeper gives me adequate notice if I need to roleplay Jeremy Jones again. I'd be more than happy to do so. I just got to make sure I'm prepared, and because again, as I said before, like I'm not too experienced with roleplay, and it's enough to kind of get into character for one person in my head, let alone switch to another. So anyway, I'll stop yapping. Thank you guys for watching. It was a bunch of new people in chat today I've never seen before. I'm really glad you guys got a kick out of this. I know it's a lot of staring at like one page for a few hours. And so maybe you weren't staring, but you might have been listening, and I hope it wasn't too boring. But feel free to come back next session if you like for Monster of the Week Season 2, Episode 1. That is going to happen next Sunday, and it will happen. Monster of the Week happens every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So feel free to come back then. Thanks again for watching, and I'm going to go get ready for bed, and I may be back with Monster Hunter. We'll see. You guys take it easy. Thanks for watching, Lord Dayspring. Thank you, Ham Ham, Lucretius, AJ. Thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate it. See you guys next week for Monster of the Week. Otherwise, I'll see you in a little bit for Monster Hunter. Take care.